going to raise our flag. And as the flag goes up, I want you to stand tall and proud and put your hand over your heart. After that, we're going to say the Pledge of Allegiance. The chorus is going to perform some songs. And then there's going to be bagpipers who will play the military set. At this time, we will raise our American flag.
Stand beside her and
time, Mr. DeLeo is going to play the military set for all 5 branches of our military.
Thank you guys, for having all the veterans in today. You have no idea how special this is for me. I'm trying not to cry. I went to kindergarten through 6th grade here, and I sat in the same classroom as you guys did. I grew up, where am I? I grew up back there, Flagstone Drive, in case any of you were familiar with that. My mom worked here for 20 years. She was Mr. Keating's secretary, and she did the lunch program. So before the big wing, new wing was on there, this is the primary wing that I went in. My brothers went here. It was fantastic growing up in Port Reading. Anyone play football for the Saints? Yeah. My dad started the Saints program. He built the clubhouse and put the field. I was like 5 running around down there. So it's this, I don't get back often. I live across the bridge, but all my friends moved out years ago, so it's really only come back for special occasions, and today is a special occasion. So like I said, 1973, 1974 was kindergarten. I had Mr. Steo. Mr. Steo's first job as a teacher was kindergarten. So he had me, and boy, he got what he deserved when he decided to be a teacher. He had me and 3 of my best friends in the world, and he paid for that job, as I'm sure teachers could attest to. He moved to Piscataway after that first year, but we kept in touch with him for his entire career that he was a teacher in Piscataway. He ended up retiring as a principal, and me and my 3 friends went to his retirement dinner. He would write letters to us in 2nd grade, 3rd grade, and I would get them at home. I'd get birthday cards for 30 years from him. So keep in mind your teachers and your principals are very important. So after I graduated from number 9, I went on to, I was the first class, well, I was the last class to go to Woodbridge Junior High School. And I was the first class to go to Woodbridge Middle School. Okay? And then I went to Woodbridge High School. We were the 100th graduating class of Woodbridge High School. Mrs. DeLeo, that works in the office, me and her husband graduated together, played football for 12 years together, all through Port Reading stuff. I played on every field. That was never a basketball court. We used to play kickball there. I have the record for putting the kickball on the roof. Just to let you guys know, we played baseball, softball, football out here. I don't know if it still floods out there when it rains. Does it still do that? We used to slide through that. Don't do it now. I'll get in trouble. So I went to Woodbridge High School, played football. I got a football scholarship to Tennessee. I went there for one season and got hurt and couldn't play football anymore. So I came back to Port Reading and really didn't know what I wanted to do. Was a little upset about not being able to play football and being in college, didn't know what to do, so I worked for a local utility company and then started hearing about the United States Air Force. So I did join the United States Air Force. So I'll give you a brief overview of my career in there and I'll let you guys ask questions. So the Air Force, and this is good for teachers to hear, is the only branch of the military in the United States that has its own college. It's the largest community college in the world. Okay? So I went through basic training, which was 9 weeks. It's really not that hard. And then I went to electronics school for 9 months, Monday through Friday, 8 hours a day for 9 months, learning about electronics. And it was different, not like you're going to school today. I used to have to wear a uniform and I used to have to march to school. And you couldn't fail. If you failed, you got in trouble. Okay? So that's bad. So after that, I shipped out. I came home for 4 days, said goodbye to my mom, and flew to Germany. So I flew to Germany. I lived at Bitburg Air Base, Germany, which is no longer an active Air Force base. It closed down. Bitburg was put in place after World War II. Once I got to Bitburg, then I moved on. We had various assignments. Every 6 months, I was moving somewhere else. So outside of Germany, I lived in Italy, Spain, Honduras. In the United States, I lived in Texas, Mississippi, Arizona, Colorado, and then visited various states as I was going back and forth doing stuff. I was in charge of anything electronic or anything that had anything to do with secure communications. Okay? So I can call from my phone to your phone, and it's encrypted. No one could understand what I'm saying back and forth unless it's him. So I did that over in Bosnia, which was going on around 93, which you guys have no idea about probably. So I did all that as a result of going to the school for 9 months in the Air Force. I had 64 college credits from the Community College of the Air Force. The Air Force also has partnerships with various universities and colleges around the world. So I finished up my career after I got out of Europe in Colorado Springs, Colorado, which is the home of the Air Force Academy. I worked at what was then called Falcon Air Force Base, which controls all the satellites that are up there. So they're looking down on you, they're listening to conversations. It's really cool. And while I was there, I started going back to school right on one of the 3 bases that was there. So I finished my career along with my bachelor's degree from the University of Arizona. Was never there, and it cost me $400. So when you are ready to graduate high school and thinking about college and look at how much it costs, there's an easy way to pay for college. You don't. You just join the Air Force. So that option is there. I collect English and history, which you take one test and they give you the credit for it, and that's it. So it's fantastic. I got out of the Air Force, came back to New Jersey because I got out of the Air Force in 1996, otherwise known as the tech boom. No one knew what a computer was. No one knew what fiber optic cable was. No one knew what cell phones were. No one knew anything. Guess who did? So they sort of work with you and say, listen, there's a lot of opportunities out on the East Coast, right?
But you do have to work hard to be able to get the grades to get into the Air Force, right?
Yes. So it wasn't anything on a computer. There was no, Chat GPT help. It was books. When I took a test to finish my whatever curriculum that was, an officer had to come in and sit in a room with me by myself, and I would take the test, give it to him, he would sign it, package it up, send it. So I was deployed so much that I just studied the entire time I was gone. You're either working or you're in a tent. So I studied and I got that. So that's the Air Force, came back, went to job fairs where you're going to look to see if you can get hired. And people that were hiring guys like me were looking at my resume saying, what's fiber optic cable? And I would have to explain it to them. And they would say, what's a touchscreen computer? This is in 96. No one knew what a touchscreen, but we had them. So I had all these certifications from NASA, from Embry-Riddle, from all these defense contractors. So it was very easy for me to get a job. And so I worked my way up, starting there. And now I work for a multinational investment bank in Switzerland. But I work from home, and then I have an office in Weehawken. So that's where I work. I'm married for 27 years. Feels like 50. Come on, John. I have 3 kids. My oldest is 26, who used to come here when he was 3 years old. My mom, when they still lived here, would bring him in on his walk. She would bring him down here and hang out with Mr. Keating. He's a mechanical engineer. He designs like buildings, like schools, boat marinas, really cool stuff. My other son, Michael, is 24. He's an electrician. And I have a daughter, Faith. She's 17. She's a senior in high school at Sarah. Okay? So that's it.
Still live in the horror, huh?
What's that?
Still live in the horror?
She just spends my money, John. That's all she does. I feel like an ATM. So that's where I am now. So I live in Saraville, which is very close to Woodbridge. My 3 friends that I met in kindergarten, I talk to every day, whether that's a text or a phone call, every single day. We all live in different areas, but we get together once a month and we go out, usually for dinner or other special occasions. And we talk, like I said, every day. Closer than brothers, met them all here. That's what I got for you. If you want any questions about Port Reading back in the 70s, or the Air Force or military, if you got plans, if you're thinking about it now. I sat there, I had no idea what I wanted to do. So if you don't know what you want to do when you get older, you're not alone. So does anyone have any questions?
Did you go to Greece?
Did what?
Have you went to Greece?
No, I did not go to Greece. There's a bunch of places. I'm Italian and Polish, so I moved to Italy. I lived there. It's fantastic, by the way. Never had a bad meal in a year. The only place that I didn't go that I wanted to was Poland. Wanted to go to Poland, I didn't go.
Yes,
Never
you
went to
go,
Greece.
You never went to Portugal?
Yes,
Oh, you went there?
yes.
My grandma goes to it.
Okay, cool. Good food there. You'll notice a pattern about me. I go to places with good food or good beer. You guys are all too young to drink.
Oh, wait, I am Polish.
What's up, Noah? Any other questions? Come on.
No,
You got one, but you're afraid to say it. Go ahead, John.
I don't have a question, but I have something to say.
Go ahead.
My grandma died.
Did she really? I'm very sorry, buddy. Very sorry. I'm sure you miss her. Everyone does. Any other questions? Who's down there in the peanut gallery sitting on the floor? Any questions down there? No?
He has a question?
Any Jets fans in here? Let's go. Put your hands up. There you go. See, Polish Jets. You know what's a good thing about being a Jets fan? Builds character.
Yes.
Makes you stronger.
If you're part of the losing team.
Were you in the Navy?
No, the Air Force.
Oh,
Yes, the best branch of the military in the world. We win all the wars. No one likes the Navy. They wear bell bottoms.
That's not true.
When you're in the military, there's what we call inter-service rivalries. We make fun of each other back and forth, but when we have to, we get together and we can do really bad things to you.
Get the job done.
Yes.
have you ever driven a jet in an airport?
No, but I flew in one. Right? So this is really hard to explain. So I was deployed a lot, right? And in the military, you get rank, right? You get grades. So I was airman first class and airman when I was deploying. And then I got back to Europe, my base in Germany, and because I had all these deployments that I was on, and I won all these awards and decorations and stuff, I got something called Senior Airman Below the Zone, which is E4. So enlisted ranks go from 1 to 9. So I got E4 before everyone else that was eligible the same time as me. And because of that, I got an incentive flight. And I did fly in the backseat of F-15D.
Ooh.
And they made me pass out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, how
Yeah.
was that?
But
Yeah,
have
it
you
was-
ever driven the V2?
No, my friend Derek did. Want to talk to him? No, he might still be sleeping. He lives in Salt Lake City. Yes, he flew the B-2.
It's a really fast jet thing.
It's kind of really fast. Do you like jets?
Yeah, it's like,
You know what the SR-71 is?
No.
Look that one up, and you'll talk about speed. It can go from LA to Washington DC in 34 minutes. I think. Yeah.
How,
Flies at like 70,000 feet.
how does
That's
the body sustain that? How did, like, that's fast. How do we?
They're basically, if you look at the SR-71 and you can see the pilot, you'll see them wearing basically astronaut suits. But they fill that plane up with gas, the gas leaks out until they get up to atmosphere and it stretches and seals all the things on it.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's from the 60s or early 70s. It's a pretty cool plane. I've been in it. So I didn't fly in it. but-
Isn't there a jet called the M3?
No,
I thought there was.
Now I'm being video games.
the M3 is a handheld weapon.
Oh, yeah. Is the Space Force vehicles almost like the Air Force vehicles?
Okay, the Space Force is pretty new, right? I think it's 8 years old. So when I was part of United States Air Force Space Command, which everyone that was in became Space Force when it went on. So you have the Air Force, you have the Space Force, you have the Navy, the Marines, and the Army, right? And then you have the Coast Guard, all military. The Coast Guard was never the military until 2001. They were the Department of Transportation. Good trivia question for everybody.
So that basically means that you kind of are a pioneer in helping them build the technologies we have now or use it so
The
widespread.
technologies that you have today, the majority came out of the military through development and stuff like that. Touch screens on your computer, which when I was your age sitting in here, we had 5 channels on TV. We had 2, 4, 7, 11, and 13. That's it.
5 and 9 came up.
When I was in high school, we got cable. That means you got like a bunch of channels and like HBO, right? No one had a computer. No one had a cell phone. Nope. Every phone had a wire on it. They'll tell you. You had to know all your friends' phone numbers. You weren't writing anything down. I still know all my friends' phone numbers. I still know my home phone number, 732-541-1967.
It's one from here and not his current one. His
Yeah,
one
not
from
my
here.
current one. I don't even have a current home phone. Just everyone has cell phones. There's really no reason. But yeah. So that's why we didn't sit at home playing video games. If any one of you lives by where the railroad tracks are, I know every piece of those woods back there like the back of my hand. We used to go back there and build forts, ride bikes, ride motorcycles. We'd be out here playing softball, football, basketball. We'd play stickball on the other court that you have over there. We would be on the swings that are down over there. If they're still there, I don't even know. That used to be a pool. If you go down that way where Tappan Street is, and was that 1st or 4th Avenue? That street right here?
I think.
Yep, there used to be a pool there. Yep. And the library we used to hang out at. I can tell you other stuff, but parents and your teachers.
Yeah, we don't want you to tell them those things. Don't
Yeah.
tell them those things.
But I used to play kickball there. I put the ball on the roof a lot.
And he's very proud of that.
Yes, very proud.
You cooked it really hot.
But,
You cooked it really hot.
yeah, well, when your friends are pitching, rolling the ball to you, they give you the right amount of hop in the ball. You can really take it
I don't know
off.
if these kids even know what kickball is.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like baseball, but you could kick.
Yes, yes, there you go. And we play dodgeball too.
Somebody in the middle and then they kick it.
I played with and they.
Do you? What position?
I like shortstop.
There you go.
Mostly outfield.
Okay. I was a collegiate umpire for 22 years. Yep. I had to stop 10 years ago. Fun. Any other questions? How come the girls aren't asking me questions? Did I serve with girls in the Air Force?
Yes.
What's the answer?
Yes.
Well, I served with women in the Air Force, I should say.
Yeah.
Apologies. Yep.
I mean, any kid could be in the air.
Yes.
Now, it wasn't always that way.
Yeah, it wasn't always that way until 92.
1992?
Well, no, they could always join, right? But there's certain roles that they couldn't do. So now it's loosened up a little bit. But
They could never really be a soldier, they could be behind a desk,
yeah,
and they could help people in the field with medical, but women weren't allowed to fight,
what we would call traditional combat role.
right, always protecting. But women are pretty fierce.
Well,
That's all the boys like.
We can, you guys have that muscle, you know,
Yep.
we may not have the same muscle, but we got brains.
yep.
No, bueno.
Women are in about every role in the military: fighter pilot, helicopter pilot, governor.
Was someone in your family in World War One or two?
Yes, someone in my family was in the Revolutionary War.
Wow.
George Zerb from Pennsylvania.
Oh, that's okay.
Was somebody from the Vietnam War?
Yes, my uncle.
Oh, Vietnam.
So he has a very long family history of people who helped this country put their lives on the line for us.
Dad?
Have you been in war with the Air Force?
Yes,
How many times?
twice. You ever see the movie? Let's see, Behind Enemy Lines
No, my dad did.
with Clive. Oh, is that Clive? Not Clive Owen. What's his name? The guy with the weird nose.
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson. He gets shot down. That was based on where I was. I watched him get shot down on a radar scope. The guy in real life.
So he actually
Wait.
got.
Hold on. What was it? Space, U.S. Space Command. They deal primarily with anything that's in space, satellites, rockets, stuff like that.
Meteors?
Well, they could.
Which countries did you fight in the Air Force?
Which ones didn't we fight? Holy crow, there's been a lot. So in 1991, it was Iraq, which you guys weren't even born. I think your parents might have been in high school. And then Bosnia Herzegovina, which is in Eastern Europe. Don't yell at me if you're a teacher. Think it is? Yes, it's right on the Adriatic Sea. They were at war. And I did that mission 3 times. And that's where the pilot got shot down, where they made the movie at. So if you go home and you want to watch a cool movie, it's called Behind Enemy Lines.
Okay, last question.
Have you ever flew in jet?
Yeah, I answered that earlier. Yep. I flew in helicopters. Helicopters are really cool. You ever go on a roller coaster and you get that, or you go over a little bump in the road, you get that weird feeling in your stomach? Helicopters feel like that because you take off, you're like, ugh. It's really bad. Yeah.
All right, guys, what do we say?
You have no idea what it means for me to be here today. I thank you. Oh, thank you very much, honey. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let me get my jacket. I'm wearing, this is a issue Air Force jacket when you're lucky enough to work in Space Command. Get this.
Very.
Thank you guys very much. Remember, all to go outside and play out there all day.
Thank you for what you're